Thank you, Yoni. So I want to introduce you to Rabbi Dan Marans from the Zomet Experience. And I want to talk first a little bit about a topic that you might not think goes together. So you've got, let's say, a Shabbos elevator. You've got Shabbos metal detectors, Shabbos phones for doctors. How does that relate to tourism? But I'm going to tell you today, and Rabbi Dan is going to tell you about the Zomet Experience and why, if you're a tourist coming to Israel, you should make sure that it's one of the activities on your itinerary. Hi, good morning. How are you?
Great, Joanna. How are you?
Very good. So tell us a little background about Zomet and what Zomet does.
So Zomet's existed for the last over 40 years, and we merge halacha and modern life in the Israeli nation. And being here in Israel, we have a challenge that we don't have non-Jews who can do things for us on Shabbat. And what we have to do is find ways that we're able to do things minimizing the desecration of a Sabbath. For example, doctors who want to make phone calls on Shabbat can use our Shabbat cell phone, our Shabbat phone. Nurses, the nurse call systems in the hospitals we do. We have special things for security forces, also for home appliances, Shabbat elevators whenever you go to a hotel, the metal detectors at the kotel. And people often wonder when they go to the kotel, how does this metal detector work? What's different about it? So they can drive 20 minutes from the kotel and they can come to a tourist science center, a halachic science center, the first of its type in the world that we opened a year ago, and they can see how we're able to modify a metal detector for Shabbat, how we're able to use security cameras on Shabbat, how we're able to make the elevator used in your hotel work on Shabbat, and people come and have a hands-on experience, just like in a science center. They run things, they test things, we have interactive touch screens that they're able to investigate the different issues on. And people have a great time, from little children, 6 and 7 years old, up until senior citizens, 90, 100. The whole family can enjoy themselves and learn together.
That's great. And can you tell us just a little bit more about what you call the Halachic Science Center, the interactive part? Is everything available in English and in Hebrew?
Everything's in English and Hebrew. For example, if people want to use the computers that have been modified for Shabbat, there's a short movie of about 3 minutes in English that they can watch, which explains it. There's on the touch screen, there's instructions that enable people to put something into Shabbat mode and use it. For example, the security cameras in Shabbat mode, and also they can see how that's different from operating the same security camera on the weekday.
And who are the people who are leading these tours? Tell me a little bit about what their backgrounds are.
So each group, based on, we try and investigate who's coming. If it's a group of engineers, we try and get one of our engineers to lead the tour for the engineers. If we have rabbis leading the tours, all the tour guides are very highly knowledgeable, both in halacha and in science, and are able to give people really, a one-to-one thing. People can investigate what they're interested in. If it's senior citizens who are interested in mobility with scooters or wheelchairs and different types of things like that, we gear it to them. If it's a young child who's really into robotics, then we're able to gear it to that child and let that child even investigate different ideas that they have for what they can, make and invent to make Shabbat even better and more full experience.
So what I would suggest to all the listeners out there, if you want to book yourself a private tour of the Zomet Experience, you can email Zomet, Zomet, at funinjerusalem.com. Make sure to specify who's going to be in your group. If you're going to, bring your 13-year-old engineering student who loves to know the technical side, or you're going to bring kids who really want to understand more about the halachic side, or whatever it is, let Dan know what your group is interested in, and he'll create a special tour for you. Tell us a little bit about the Gush, because you're located in Alon Shvut, and some people sometimes feel like it's really far away from the hotels, but I know personally it could be like a 15-minute drive and you're there.
Yeah, I think that one of the great things about the Gush is you drive for 15 minutes and you get to really one of the most diverse areas. First of all, it's beautiful with vineyards and mountains, and the air is a little bit cooler and a little bit cleaner. And apart from that, it's once you drive the 15 minutes, within 5 minutes, you can be in the largest zip line in Israel, possibly the world. You can be shooting, self-defense, paintball. You can be at a bread workshop. You can be on great hikes with RTVs, all-terrain vehicles. You can be doing almost anything and everything is located 5 minutes from one and another, and you can find things and really have a great day with, a little bit of Zionist history of how Gush Etzion was founded, and then great food, and then you can go to a winery and pick up a great bottle of wine and see how the wine is made. You can learn about halakha and technology at Zomet. They say that Gush Etzion is maybe the past, the present, and the future. You can walk on roads that Avram Avinu walked from Hebron to Jerusalem on the same paths and see ancient mikvaot, ritual pools, and also the milestones of the Romans. And side by side, you can see high-tech halakha at Zomet. You can see things of the history of the war in 1948 and 67. You can really blend the past, present, and future of Israel all in one day, and all just 15 minutes from Jerusalem.
Oh, I love that message. That's a fabulous message, and I would definitely say you should spend at least half a day, if not a full day, out in the Gush when you're here. So for all of you who are coming for the summer, it's not too late to sign up for some Zomet workshops. If you want advice on other activities in the Gush, you can email me, Joanna, at funinjerusalem.com. And thank you so much, Rabbi Dan Marans, for sitting with us and telling us a bit about Zomet. We're excited to see all the new things. Zomet's always coming out with something new, and it's been very nice to meet you. Thank you.
Thank you. It was great meeting you also.
All right, now back to you, Yoni.